the World Wide Web. I want to welcome you all to another episode of Primal Sports Centre. I'm your host, Dale.
And I'm Kane the Shrub Watson. And it's time for Primal Sports Centre. To all the listeners and viewers out there, without you, this couldn't be possible. And, Dale do the roundup from east to west, from north to south. Big up to all of you. We enter into 2025. And to kick things off, once the year starts, it's Australian Open.
Yeah, the first big event for the year.
Australian Open, as I would call it, the quest for 25. As
Aye.
for me, this is probably the best and only chance Novak Djokovic will have of winning another Grand Slam. As you see, for me, the young guns are stepping up and looking harder to beat. And we see last year where defending champion Yannick Sinner is the number one seed and is the title favorite. But when you have a 10-time Australian Open winner in Novak Djokovic, not only 10-time winner, but as one of the most Grand Slams overall with 24.
Yeah.
That's why I dubbed this one Quest for 25. And I think he will not pull it
Oh,
off.
fit in though. 2025.
2025.
With the 25.
Yeah.
And
So-
I think you're correct. I think this is his best
Yeah,
chance.
because this is his most favorite surface.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I think this is his best chance.
Yeah, so
Yeah, hold on a second. What happened? And yeah, man. Yeah.
So I would say this is his best chance because he's in the twilight of his career. Although Novak Djokovic is playing like he's in his 20s, because keeping body fit. Someone like LeBron James, they don't look and play the age. But
Yeah.
Novak Djokovic is a hard man to defeat. But
Yeah.
when you see the path to 25, his first round match would be against a youngster by the name of Basava Reddy. I mean, he should get the better of Basava Reddy, although, when the ball, they say the ball is wrong, but with his experience and one just hard to beat. The man really lose.
Yeah, the ball is round, but it's not really round.
Yeah, it's not really round.
It's not really
When
round.
you're a big dog, you're a big dog.
Yeah, yeah.
See where he has his first round match versus Basava Reddy. And actually, it kicks off today.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Australian Open is underway. I know it takes a couple weeks. So his first round will be against Basava Reddy. And next up, if all goes well, you play Kotev. After that, we see where Opelka. And then round of 16, Dimitrov.
Yeah.
And where things start getting choppy, when you look at his draw, his quarterfinal matchup will be against Alcaraz. I say will be, but keeping all things
assuming
equal,
that.
assuming that
Yeah.
all the top seeds go through and players play true to form, and that quarterfinal match against Alcaraz, I mean, if he gets better Alcaraz, that will take a lot of time. And then next up, he's on a semi-final clash with Zverev, and then he will more likely meet defending champion Sinner in the finals. Although, as I said, the ball is round.
So
And
it's
you have both top seeds on both halves. Although Sinner
his pass is a little bit tougher than previous
in
years.
Previous years,
Yeah, man. This is
semi-finals is before him.
before him really start play a big name.
And one thing with these tournaments, always have upsets.
Yeah,
So
you're
we're
gonna
just
have upsets
having a projection of who might go
based
through.
on the top seeds in
Sinner
the
might not make
tournament.
it to the finals. Who to tell? Alcaraz, you never can tell. But true to form, it's going to be tough. And I see where if somebody beats Alcaraz, they must be on top form. So anybody who he meets in the quarterfinal round onward will be tough, and that will take a toll on him round by round by round.
Because even when we watch the US Open, him Joker kind of look slower, look kind of fatigued and tired. So, but I hope that him get some rest, and I think he knows that this is his best opportunity to get 25.
Yeah.
So is that tough route? Is that a tough part? I think
We're saying tough. Djokovic is a tough player.
yeah, he's a tough player, but
Mentally strong, physically
sometimes
fit.
things just happen in your favor. Maybe one of these guys get knocked out early, and it just kind of work out in his favor. He's in my bringing already,
You bring in Djokovic.
Yeah, man, I want him to accomplish that goal at 25.
Why?
25 and just
Why
call
not
it.
26, 27? Why not?
I really and
He already
truly,
has the most.
I know.
I like the number 24.
I don't think him have a chance after this. I just don't see.
I like the number 24.
24.
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant.
He can stand
Okay.
24. Because I know him and Mamba are friends. So he can
Yeah,
stand 24.
yeah. But
Everybody knows Nadal is my player. He's on 22, but I mean 24 is fitting.
it's a good
Young gun.
number.
So you have seen her repeating?
Yes, I not repeating, but I think Sinner will be, possibly will be up there, will be up there. But as I said, I just hope 1 and 2 get knocked out to make the part
Last
for
year
my.
we saw Alcaraz winning 2 Grand Slams, and Sinner winning 2 Grand Slams. Last year, Sinner...
And Joker, don't leave out Joker. Joker winning the Olympics.
That's not a Grand Slam.
No, well, you know.
Completing the Golden Slam.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
I mean, last year, Sinner won his first Grand Slam in his career at Australian Open. So, we'll tell somebody might be a first-time Grand Slam winner at this Australian Open.
This time around.
And I think this year, I don't think he will be.
What about the German guy, Zverev? Been knocking on the door.
I was leaning more to
Zverev.
Yeah, because last year it was split 2-2. Alcaraz 2 Grand Slams, Sinner 2 Grand Slams. And I would think that this year it won't be a cakewalk where it's split again, or we have 1 or 2 dominant players.
Maybe we'll see the rivalry now. The modern, the new era. Yeah, maybe that's what we're seeing now. Even though one of them is kind of controversial in a sense that with this doping, this violation.
He's set to have a court case in April over it. So later in the year we'll see. We'll see where that turn out. But you know.
What do you think about that though? He's allowed to play even though we know that he
I don't know
he had
much
steroids
about it.
In his system.
Yeah, based on some muscles, rubbing in legs, and it sounds a bit.
But the steroid is a muscle building one, so and to have him competing still under that, and we were talking before this, the fact that they even take away Bolt thing. Yeah. You know what I mean. What I'm going to take back Sinner trophies if them find him guilty. They're not going to take it back.
Can't take it back.
Exactly.
That bolting will hurt me though, but. Yeah, because, I mean, even at the time, that substance
2008.
Yeah, that wasn't on the ban list. And, I mean, to take away the triple.
Tell people what you read. I tell them what you tell.
I have to dig deeper into it because it was way after. But from what I got from it...
A lot of people don't know, and I say, give them this. I don't think a lot of people know that Bolt don't have that 9.
Yeah, Bolt, people think Bolt still has a triple, but he has 8 gold medals because 2008 relay gold medal was taken from Bolt based on one of his teammates, Nestor Carter, testing positive for a substance. I don't remember the name of the substance, but that was years after, almost a decade later. And a lot of athletes from the 2008, 2012 Olympics, some 100 athletes or more, were stripped of their medals due to, some substance finding that at the time, with Nestor Carter, I heard that substance wasn't on the ban list. And then how can you take away a medal 10 years later?
Yeah, and one thing though, as you said with Sinner, they won't take away Sinner even if they find him guilty.
But even so, what I heard, the percentage level in Sinner is like 0.01% over the allowed limit.
Okay.
And even so, how can you have an allowed limit for a substance? It should be non-existent in the system if it's a banned substance.
Yeah, I think maybe something that's unavoidable. I'm thinking.
Maybe it's a medical.
Yeah. I mean, you normally have a limit for all substance. For majority of the substance, they normally have a limit on it. But why?
But even so, in pro sports, in all pro sports,
you have to take something.
You have to take substances that will help you recover. Some are definitely hazardous to your health.
This one was building muscle, though, you know.
Some build muscles, some are natural, some. But to compete at a pro level where you train day in, day out, 2 times a day, plus you have gym work, plus you have, not only on the court, but off the court, because you're training outside of your. LeBron James don't just bounce a basketball. He has to be in the gym. He has to be in the pool.
Get up 4 5 o'clock in the morning.
4 5 o'clock in the morning. You have to run. If we see boxers skip, run. So.
And track athletes, I think they in terms of ripping up their muscles each day, I think is the hardest
taxing on your body.
In terms of physical. So them have to take something.
They have to take something, but the thing is, some are banned, some are not banned. And even so, 20 years from now, some things that are not banned now.
I think the Nestor Carter thing is unfair, and the mere fact that it was not on the ban list. How can you just get up and say, okay, fine, no, it's banned? But at the time it was legal. I don't understand that. That don't make any sense.
Athletes take substances.
And
pro athletes, no matter.
And you're messing with history. You're messing with history, Bolt. You're messing with history.
Do you think if Bolt was an American?
And it doesn't matter who ran that first leg.
But you think if Bolt was an American, you would have lost that, man?
No. I don't think so.
Why Uncle Sam flag bigger than the Jamaican flag?
And as you say now, so them can go back and have some samples from London Olympics 2012, 20 years from now, and decide to...
And the thing is, Mr. Carter was on the relay team for 08, 012, and a lot of world championships. I think 4 different world championships.
Of course. Mm-hmm.
And I think, why not take away all the medals then? Why just that 08 Olympics? He was on the London Olympics when Bolt won the gold medal as well on that relay team. Many world championships.
Maybe they're saying the infringement was between 07 and 08, I guess. He was taking that substance leading up to Beijing.
So, and even so, did he have a sample from 09, 011? Were those samples different from the 08 sample that he took?
Possibly.
Possibly that only at that Beijing Olympics, only at that time, that sample.
Yeah.
What about the 012? So he wasn't taking that something 012? Whatever.
And
it wasn't banned.
And it wasn't, but that's a good point. That's a good point
you're
making. Because
all the medals.
so you think that whatever he was taking during that period, more than likely.
Yeah. And I'm sure, I don't think he...
Because it wasn't banned, it was legal.
He's a known cheat. To say, all right, I'm going to...
I don't think...
I don't think...
I don't see Nesta Carter and Bolt and I don't... In that type of life. Even when you look at... Socially, when you're around these guys and you see them...
beat over a period of time. Why just do it for that 08 Olympics?
Yeah, it's something suspicious
what
right
advantage did you get in 08?
Yeah.
And then you wouldn't want that same advantage in 2012 or the 2013 games.
He would have been taking the same substance.
Over a period of time.
That would have make sense, right?
And then he would be like, oh, I'm taking a wrong substance. And then, I face the consequence and get disciplinary action. So during all that time, he has not returned a positive drug sample. And then 10 years later, you're going to rewind the clock and be like, oh, you were taking this. And no, that is banned. So,
I think I don't know if, I don't understand how they don't carry this to court. Because...
And you take away one medal. Why not take away all the medals? Why not from 2012, 2011? Just that one, 2008.
Why?
And Mr. Carter is an integral part of each relay team during that time.
Yeah, man.
And you just take away one medal and you tell me there's that drug sample alone.
Yeah.
Even so, we're not talking about even just for Bolt, but the athlete himself. That should be tough.
There's a lot of unfair game played in them because if we look at even 1988 with Ben Johnson and Carl Lewis. Carl Lewis was known to test positive before the Olympics.
It was known.
It was known that Carl Lewis and
Ben Johnson said it. Everybody in the race.
And Ben Johnson said it too. Everybody was on that juice.
Yeah.
So everybody was taking something. So we're all on the same level playing field.
Yeah. I'm just faster than them.
Ben Johnson said that in a number of interviews long after though. Everybody know. It's like a man said, boy, Carl said, boy, that man did on something else though. If he beat me by such a big margin.
If you can go back and do something like that, why not go back for Flo Joe?
Yeah, boy, I tell you.
Why not go back for many athletes? So.
I think it is Lego the gate, man.
Lego the gate, but everybody take whatever.
Yeah, man.
No. And you have to have a clean sport.
And you know, we're still on the topic of Sinner, but Sinner would face his day in court. I think he should be banned. Yeah. You know, just like
more details with the Sinner.
Yeah.
More details with the Sinner thing and in
look
court.
Look at what them the Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
Everybody in the 90s, and this is known. Was on that thing in baseball, and I don't think. Peter, was steroids banned in baseball? It wasn't an illegal substance during the 90s.
It was banned, but we all knew they were juice.
It's sure baseball had a ban, and
was not a member of the IOC.
They did not have a ban on steroids.
Generally, most sports, baseball and bodybuilding are the two sports that were not.
Yeah, they did not have, and then penalized Barry Bonds. You know, I don't think he's even in the Hall of Fame.
I don't think so. Definitely not first ballot.
Yeah, one of the greatest of all times in terms of hitting.
And he had good numbers before in beef up, but the numbers were alarming afterwards. It went through the roof. My favorite player.
But just like Maguire and Sammy Sosa, that little thing that brought back people to baseball.
Sammy Sosa was on the juice as well. If you ask them, they weren't on the juice.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you know, is that them pick and choose.
But even so, it's to promote a clean sport. And you have to have rules and governing bodies.
Yeah.
And I think that, for a period of time, if this wasn't, but you can't go back and.
Yeah, that's the unfair game.
And
But
even so, you take away one medal, take away all the medals then. If you're going to take away the medal.
yeah,
So yeah.
it is what it is.
But Australia nothing. So my question was, do you have seen a repeating?
I think I probably have to go more with yes than no with this one.
I have a newcomer winning this Australia. No.
Well,
I wouldn't say newcomer, maybe Alcaraz, but I'm leaning on the fence of Zverev. I'm going Zverev. I'm going on the fence with Zverev.
if you watch a pattern still with men's tennis, it's once them start, them start to roll.
Yeah.
If you watch
Winning
a
is
pattern,
contagious.
yeah, man. The pattern with men's tennis, it's not like on the female side of
But even
play,
in table tennis, once you get the ball run, right, Peter? Once you start winning, you winning don't stop it. It's momentum. You win one, you end up with.
Yeah.
By then you end up with all five. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and I think Sinner is on a roll. He's on a roll, even with all of this
And he's
issues.
playing some good tennis. Last year he played,
Yeah.
to me, the best tennis on the male side last year.
So as we
Most
said,
consistent.
this is Joker's best chance, and it's probably his toughest.
I don't
road.
see Djokovic winning any more Grand Slams.
I think that's 24. That's it for him.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Never
But it's good.
say never.
Yeah, but one thing, you can't rule out a champion.
Yeah.
Can't rule out a champion.
All right. So on the female side,
Sabalenka, Swiatek,
Coco Gauff.
Coco Gauff.
She's one of.
Yeah.
What do you say, Peter?
She's doing well lately.
Raducanu, you say Peter?
Raducanu will reach the second round.
The second round this
She
time.
actually win a match.
I don't
Yeah.
think she will win that much.
Yeah.
She probably win that match, but
No,
she
she's
ain't.
recovering from injury too, you know, so she
Yeah.
has an excuse.
What kind of injury? Mental injury?
I don't know what injuries, but she just recovered from it. She's probably back.
But even so,
Coco Gauff.
Sabalenka is two-time defending champion.
Yeah.
So
I'm
Swiatek.
on Coco because I usually it's Swiatek and Coco, but the Swiatek is falling off to me. Coco.
I'm
Coco,
going-
we say.
I'm going.
Coco.
1-1 Coco.
One Coco full basket. I'm going with Swiatek.
Yeah.
Swiatek and Zverev.
I think Coco is Coco time. You know.
I think it's Coco time.
Yeah, I want to see Coco win.
Coco time.
Coco
Coco
time.
time.
Coco
I'm
Puffs.
saying you can't scratch Coco.
Yeah.
But how strange.
But on the female side, I don't see much females stepping up.
Yeah.
More like they're stepping away.
Because look at even
Osaka.
the finals with Emma and Leah Fernandez. You don't even hear nothing about Leah again. Fernandez,
Drop
the
out.
Canadian.
That was two, yeah. That was,
I was wondering if it's
one
really
out.
was like a COVID championship or something, you know,
Lakers championship.
like the Lakers championship. No, but for real, when you look at Leah Fernandez and
And I thought she was
Emma,
a better player.
they won nothing after that. Not even competitive at all.
Gone to the finals.
Yeah, not even a semi-final.
Yeah, whereas, that player, she really at that level.
Yeah.
To be like, but that what to me was a extreme.
It's the Canadian
championship.
because Peter had this star guy from Canada,
Felix.
Alison.
Yeah, Felix August. I can't pronounce his name.
Can't remember the
Felix,
last name,
though.
but I know it's Felix.
August, yeah.
Yeah.
That name is weird.
But even him, I don't hear him ruffling it. I don't hear.
TFO kind of winning up. But
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
more males on the male side where they're stepping up like Casper Ruud and
Yeah. What?
Holger Rune. But on the female side, where's Osaka?
Saka's retired. My girl from Australia,
Osaka's retired?
Barty.
No, Barty has retired. Osaka is still playing more.
She's still trying to play. I don't think she's playing. I think she just wants to be relevant. That's what I think. I think she doesn't even see her face in the public and that's it.
Yeah, she
I
don't
don't
want
think
to be-
she's actually playing tennis.
I don't think she accept the stardom role
Yeah.
of being a world beater, number one, a star female athlete. Where,
What a strange
where
athlete
young
though.
girls look to
What a
her,
strange athlete though.
You know,
Damn, she
to me, she just wants to be
that like a 2-year
a
period.
regular human.
That like a
Which
2-year
nothing
period.
is wrong with that.
And then all of a sudden she talk about mental health and she's this and she's that.
She's gaining a lot of weight as well. Not the same player.
No, can't be the same player. I guess it's stress, you know. What them call it, cortisol. I guess it make you add some pounds on. Yeah, but for real though, when you what is happening though with these girls?
And she was playing some good tennis.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
And she beat
fall
Serena out, you know, because Serena would have won probably 1 or 2 more if it wasn't for Osaka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just, as I said, don't think she accept the stardom role as much, being on the cover of this magazine. And
I think she was more reserved, kind of.
She
Okay.
has a reserve type mentality where she just want to play her tennis. But, I mean, that's not the temperature of the land. I mean, being the top women's tennis player, I mean, the dollars they get.
It's hard to be a hard to be a star.
So the top 10 most paid female athletes are lawn tennis players. So lawn tennis is very lucrative.
Yeah.
I mean, for both male and female, because I think the winner gets something like 3.5 million.
Yes,
I think
this is. I think tennis is the few sports that I think that they both deserve
equal play.
Equal play.
Although, what do you think? You think the women should play best of 5 sets?
I think it is what it is. Sometimes equal play is not actually what you put out on the court itself. Is a lot of it come with how you fill up the stands and TV ratings and how many eyeballs you can bring to the game itself. So I wouldn't equate it to just having the same.
The women have that pull.
Of course,
I will sit down and watch a full.
Of course.
Women's lawn tennis match, and I find it hard to watch a full women's football match.
Yeah. Of course, without
Although
a doubt.
the women are getting there in the football.
Without a doubt.
But
they
I found
bring,
it hard probably, let's say 15, 20 years ago, to sit down and watch a full-fledged women's
football match.
But now, the last World Cup, I found myself watching it. Sorry, that has.
And funny enough to me, Nakin,
I don't think Peter agreed, but
I think 10 years ago it was more entertaining for me. I don't know.
On the USA, I only could watch USA and Brazil.
No, China was good. Brazil was good.
Yeah, few teams. No, you have more teams, you probably.
I tell you the truth, though, I don't see the same level of skill.
Yeah, Japan can watch now.
Yeah, I don't see the same level of skill, though.
No, in the same level, but I'm just talking.
It's boring.
It's more competitive. I can't watch Japan. I can't watch Spain.
Japan?
I watch Japan and watch Spain.
Yeah.
But back then I used to watch America and Brazil, and they had to be playing one another.
Yeah.
I know I could probably watch Hong Kong versus Senegal. Back then you couldn't watch that.
Yeah.
So that has improved. But you're right, on the female side, and I remember when I used to prefer watching female tennis and male tennis.
Yeah. Back in Serena them time with Venus and all of them.
Yeah, Lindsay Davenport and
Steffi Graf. Well, a little before. She was before.
Even Anna Kournikova, Sharapova.
Yeah.
You name them. I mean,
and
Justina Nardin.
And just to show you how it's staying, Anna Kournikova has never won anything at the senior level, and she was the highest paid.
Yeah.
So it's not just about performance; it's on the court. It's all about who you can bring. You know, it's a little like our L.A. Lewis here. One of the most popular man in Jamaica. And do have a song. I probably have a one song. But the more popular. I think you need to try something one night.
Try something, but you know, publicity stunt.
That's to show you.
Women's tennis is
of
very
course
entertaining. And I want to see the youngsters on the female side stepping up. Because they used to, remember, you saw battles from.
You want some
16,
consistency.
Some consistency.
Yeah.
Back in the day with the women. Because as I said, they were way more consistent than the male. Now on the male side, we see more consistency, but let's hope the young ladies step up like Emma Raducanu and Leah Fernandez, as you mentioned. Yeah, but you have some young ones coming along, and a lot of Europeans. So
that we see.
I always look forward to watching Grand Slam tennis, even in the ATP series. But you're right, with the equal pay with women's and men's, it's right up there, and it's very lucrative.
Yeah,
it's one Grand Slam, $3 million US up there. So it's a big payday.
All right, all right, guys, we're switching from tennis to the NFL. You know, the playoffs start today. Yeah, the AFC wild card round. So we have some interesting match today, though. Okay, and some really good matches.
Today we have Chargers
I think one match,
Texans.
Two matches. The Texans and Chargers now playing.
Yeah, and then we have Steelers and Ravens later.
Yeah.
But I mean, the overall favorites are Chiefs. Chiefs versus the Lions. I think Chiefs can go back to back.
Well, Lamar Jackson with the Ravens again, but each year Lamar is the same kind of hype surrounding Lamar for every playoffs.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson is a
because I think they say he might be MVP for the season as well.
People
but
thought Josh Allen as a big time QB.
Josh Allen more than likely going to get it because Lamar is back to back. It's 2 times in a row, Lamar. Right? So them probably you know them normally.
Like Jokic,
they don't want to give him again or Giannis when Giannis was just reigning. So more than likely, but I think the match of the day for me would be the Ravens versus the Steelers. You know, my former great Russell Wilson is now the QB for Steelers.
Going
So
up against Lamar Jackson.
yeah.
I used to carry Seahawks.
Yeah, back in the days.
Russ Wilson was the talk of the town.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Ravens in that match.
Yeah, the Ravens is a better team, but I'll go with Steelers just
You
because
go
of
with Steelers?
just because of Russell,
Against Lamar Jackson though.
Yeah, man.
If Lamar Jackson
Remember, say
can't
Russell
throw the
have a
ball-
little magic too.
Yeah, but Lamar Jackson is
Yeah, but when playoffs time come, him normally stumble a little. No, Lamar always stumble.
Oh, Lamar stop. I thought you were talking about
No, man,
Wilson.
Russell is a big
Yeah, he
time.
must step up in the playoffs, but I'm going with the Ravens. And I'm going with the
Take the Chargers.
I'm going with Chargers.
Good pick. Jim Harbaugh is back from he's back in the NFL. The head coach for the Chargers, along with this QB are great too. Justin Herbert, for the Chargers, and CJ is also a good QB for the Texans still. But the Chargers, and I'm going with the Steelers. Now tomorrow we have
I'm going
Bills.
with Chargers and Ravens.
Yeah. So tomorrow we have the Bills and the Broncos.
Bills.
Broncos, obviously Josh Allen.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bills. Yeah.
And we have
Packers and the Eagles.
the NFC wildcard. We have the Eagles and Packers.
I'm going with the Packers.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Packers.
Yeah?
Upset.
Upset.
In Philly, yeah. Who you going with, Philly?
I'm going with the Eagles for this
I'm
one,
going
man.
with the Packers.
Jalen and the boy, man. I'm going with the Eagles. They have Bucks and Commanders. Hey,
Bucks.
this young QB, great, man. I watched him play over the past 2 weeks. Daniels from the Commanders, Washington Commanders. He's a rookie.
I mean, so you're going with Commanders?
You need to take in this
Yeah,
shoot
but
here.
prime time now, playoffs time.
No, man, you need to take in this
I'm
shoot.
not saying
This
no.
shoot is smooth, man.
I am not
As
saying,
a QB,
I'm not
as
saying
a
no.
rookie,
I'm not saying no. I've seen a lot of rookies that.
Baker Mayfield versus Jaden Daniels, but
I'm going with the Buccaneers.
the Bucks.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Going in Tampa.
Yeah, I going with Daniels for this one. This QB is great for a rookie. And we'll notice I've seen a lot of the young QBs they're performing this time around. All right, so we have the Rams and the Vikings.
Going to the Rams.
Yeah.
And that match is the venue has changed because of the wildfire in LA. As you see, the wildfire out there it's tough. I have snowstorms in the States, you have wildfires on the next side. Yeah, it's tough with people losing their homes, a couple of people losing their lives. So, and I know a lot of athletes in the LA region, a lot of franchises, Lakers, Rams.
Yeah, not to go off topic though, but not to go off topic a little, but how can you have things in Mars, right?
Mars.
We're
Like
talk
the planet
about
Mars.
Yeah, you send things gone on Mars and all this technology and all this and this thing keep happening time and time again.
Nature, man.
So you tell me, say you can't, them can't fly something over the air and go and drop two and sprinkle two things out the fire.
Sprinkle two things when that thing's spreading out.
Listen, I'm saying if them have the technology, them have got Mars, right? Now them have something on like a robot thing on Mars. You have all of these technology that exist in the world. You can pick out, them can pick out anything from the planet down to a millimeter.
You know what
and you are telling me, say you can't solve this issue of the fires occurring.
Same technology.
No, I'm just saying that the fact that you
create a dam and all this stuff.
You create all kind of thing you tell me, so you can't solve the problem. Probably. I'm just saying still.
What I always find astonishing from I was a kid is, I know there's science to it, physics.
Yeah.
It's building a bridges, especially in deep water. How they get a bridge across that span of water and the water's so deep on the tide and everything, but I mean.
Them have this bridge somewhere in Asia. Is it Japan or?
Probably China.
It's China. One long something go over the water.
Yeah, sure. So.
No, trust me.
Not to stay off topic, but yeah, with the LA fire out there.
And it's something happen every year,
you have to find out. They have to find a way to quell it. But with the soaring temperatures and global warming.
According to a couple of the news report,
I'm a sports analyst.
They never have access to water. They never have access to water.
Maybe an electrical engineer, maybe he can come up with
some solution. The solution man still.
Here, so
the man with all of the solutions still.
Resolve the issue out there.
It's affecting even the NBA games as well.
LA Lakers postponed a match against Charlotte Hornets last night. As you see, the Rams Vikings have to relocate. So, and people losing homes, athletes losing homes, regular people losing homes, people all over.
Yeah.
not just homes, buildings, and it's spreading. So they have to resolve that situation, not only for this year, for future references as well. So wish them all the best and hope they can resolve that. So
so that rounds up our NFL wildcard weekend. The Rams, Sam Darnold.
So people remember our picks, because being the Schwab, when I get next week when I come back and I'll be like, hey, 6 out of 6. And then Peter be like, crown him again,
Steelers,
give him back in
Bills, Eagles, Commanders, and the Vikings.
So my picks are Chargers, Ravens, Bills, Packers, Buccaneers, and Rams.
All right.
So we both pick the Bills, Rams, and Buccaneers.
The Chargers. We're both
going Commanders?
Of course, I'm going with Jalen
So it's
Daniels.
only Bills and Rams who have in common?
Yeah.
Because I'm going with the Ravens. You're going with the Steelers.
Yeah, I'm going with the Steelers.
And you're going with Texans. I'm going with Chargers.
Yeah. It'll be a big upset tonight, people.
The Steelers over Ravens.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be a big. I'm sure the odds. So you're getting some good odds for the Steelers game. Yeah, so I'm going with the Steelers. I know why, but Russell Wilson is back.
Fair enough.
He's back. All right, so that's a roundup for the NFL wild card weekend. Well, the controversial boss not quite ready.
Yeah, sports commentary in a minute or two, but we look forward to. I mean, NFL season and Super Bowl is February 9th, people.
Yeah.
And we're looking for probably a Chiefs versus Lions matchup. But one thing with sports, it's unpredictable. And there's always a Cinderella story. There's always an upset. That's what makes sports so beautiful because, I mean, we have all these picks and all these assumptions. I mean, we can't get it right all the time. If we did, we'll be multi-millionaires. Telling you about it.
Yeah.
It's fun to go out there and watch where we see these great, not only QBs, because everybody is focused on the quarterback. We have big defensive players like Aaron Donald. We have wide receivers. We have running backs. So the storyline is built around.
Yeah, it's built around the QB. The hardest position in football is built around that.
And then, I mean, the coaching have a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Coaching have a lot to do with
it. It's a coach's game still.
That's where I'm going to.
It's
very technical.
It's a coach's game.
One mishap, one slight turn can cost you the whole game, and that will be a season in a nutshell.
The ultimate
team game. Yeah, it's a very intricate sport and very technical. I myself is still learning because NFL has some rules there where each year when you watch it, you're like, oh.
And they're constantly changing rules too,
the talk rule and all that.
And they constantly change. I see the kickoff rule change, and for protection.
I know some people be like, oh, how you watch it? But trust me, sit down and follow it, and if you're truly a sports fan, you'll enjoy NFL. I mean, it's a playoff, so watching even the playoffs, NFL games, you can't get into it. So tonight we have 2 matches, tomorrow we have 3, and on Monday we have a big match, and I think that match is the big match for me, Vikings at Rams. I'm going with the Rams. Even though it's
and I must say the NFL is doing a wonderful job too. They keep expanding. They have games out in Europe now. They're having more games per week now. So the viewership. Yeah, so the NFL.
Sports commentary will probably compare that with the NBA because what's happening with the NBA as we see numbers dipping. So right now, people, it's time for sports commentary with the controversial boss himself.
Greetings, gentlemen. Did I say Happy New Year last week? Happy New Year this week as well. What you guys make of former coach of Jamaica, now turned coach of Ireland, saying some pretty awful things about Jamaica? I mean, the guy left Jamaica, got a cush job with Ireland, has continued his losing streak in bringing saltness from Jamaica to Ireland. And I'm waiting on actually Froggy to give us his opinion on the kind of things Hallgrimson say. Hallgrimson lashed out at Jamaica and the organization and our lack of professionalism and all this kind of thing. And I think he's not looking at the man in the mirror, that he's served up a record of failure in Ireland. And he just look away. And normally when one thing you try to preserve, Bora will tell you, Bora Milutinovic, don't speak badly of previous employers, because the bridge you burn today, you may need it tomorrow. There was a song about it, but I'm not in good voice today, so I won't sing it. Earlier on today, I was doing a song, Most Girl Love Me So. And Kane wants to finish this out in fine style. You know, and take him gas at the Texaco.
Yeah.
And then we on to Mexico. So I think Kane, you know.
I'm in a cowboy from El Paso.
Man of the lyrics. So next week, or in a couple of weeks, Jamaica, who recently failed in Davis Cup and dropped down to Group 3, losing to Barbados, somehow mysteriously finds itself playing a Group 2 match at the February 1st and 2nd against of all countries, New Zealand. So our top player, Blaise Bicknell, who just had hip surgery, will be leading the charge against the New Zealand team. I've been told by a little bird who shall remain anonymous, Joseph Dibbs, that we're gonna be strong against New Zealand. I don't see how that's possible, but I guess we'll all be there to watch some good tennis, to see if we really are Group 2 level. I hear that the reason why we're playing a Group 2 match is they have expanded the Group 2 for some reason. I think it's more, it's reasonable. So let's see how we do. Good luck, guys. Leon Bailey coming off the bench. I don't know if he actually came off the bench for this match, but Aston Villa bencher Leon Bailey actually scored his first goal of the season, a tiebreaker against Leicester City. And it was good to see Leon on the score sheet, even on the field. But well done, Leon. And him said that when him scored the goal, but I don't think he should be doing that. Good to see the man scoring. Next week on UFC 311, Israel comes back out. That's Makachev against another grappler, Sarukian. I will leave my predictions for later, since I don't want to skew the odds. If I make a statement now, all the odds are going to disappear and it won't be beneficial. Many people have made a lot of money off of my unerring predictions. And next week will be no different. I'll tell you how the game will go, and I'll tell you what round. Watch this space. So I hear that they soon start fixing roads then. Some time ago, they announced they're going to give some Chinese company all the roads to fix. I have not seen them doing any work, and the roads are horrible, right? I see people busting tires. There's a YouTube video out with a man. It's like 9 cars in a row busting tires. I don't know. I don't remember where the thing was, but it's a disgrace. Another disgrace. The other day I had a reason to travel from Ochi to Kingston, and after you put in a good little run from Kingston to Ochi or back, you have to sit in a line at the toll booths at both ends of the booths for like 20 minutes. There's, I would say, at least 200 cars have to wait on 3 gates to let people in. And you know, in Jamaica, you can't have a line, you know. So it's people cutting from left, right, and center. Confusion as people jump from booth to booth to try to get through. And it's a disgrace. There should be a standard. If you have to wait 5 minutes at the toll booth to get checked, you should go free. I think that I'm going to suggest it to the Minister of Transport and Labour, and I think it's perfectly reasonable. You guys agree? Yeah. If you have, it used to be in some place, them say, if you take more than half an hour to serve your burger is free. You remember that ploy? Yeah. And I think it should be so at the toll booths. And I'm going to suggest it to the House of Parliament that any Jamaican citizen who is impaired in their freedom of movement and is unable to move about freely because of poor performance at poll booth, your next trip should be free. Yeah. That's sports commentary. What say you?
Right.
Yeah.
We agree. We can agree with that one. Yeah.
You know, if Peter going to politics, he's not to them together. With the politician, Peter is for the people. He's the people's champion. So I always look out for the people. But yeah, people, do you remember the phone lines are now 1876 552 7406, and that's via WhatsApp only. 1876 552 7406. Peter touched on a few topics there. I know we had a Frog in 5 in a few, and I know Froggy share the same sentiments about Coach Hangrimson. And you know, but I think he didn't part ways with the JFF, you know, on a mutual grounds. I don't think he was given the full reins of operations.
I think he was bitter about it, but it was his choice to leave, you know.
Yeah, but
I decided to cut the contract short
I've learned in life
and move
that
on.
things are always more than it seems.
Yeah. You think them force him out?
Things are just plain on the sheet. Where if you look at just when compared to sports,
Yeah, man, I
just
know.
look at stats and they'll be like, oh, this man must be the greatest. If you look at LeBron James stats will just jump off the sheet.
Yeah, and
Points and assists and rebounds.
And he's nowhere near Penny Hardaway, right?
I would say he's nowhere near the dream. I wouldn't say Penny Hardaway.
The dream.
I have the dream.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying. So you think that something happened behind the scenes with Coach Almondson in terms of the way he depart.
He left bitter, and I don't think he
because
was treated fairly.
You're probably right, because to bring up that way, you didn't. He never forgot it with the article. Yeah, it didn't have to go. Yeah.
And one thing, human beings, I mean, we always be human. Sometimes in the public eye, we try to act professional and do the diplomatic thing and say the right things just because it's in the public eye. But sometimes you have to just let things be and just, you don't want to say this because you're afraid of getting sued by this company and that company, and some people say defamation of character and all of that. So
the same things that Hallgrimson stated, said in the interview, is the same thing Leon Bailey was complaining about as well. So is there some truth to?
Do you think Coach Hallgrimson is an unprofessional coach? Given his poor track record, I mean, I wouldn't say poor, but given his track record during his tenure as Jamaica head coach, I his previous tenure during Iceland, his tenure now,
I think
he's a professional coach.
I think he was being professional when he decided to leave.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Because
running the job.
Because very
even this time, yes, being professional.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about results.
Yeah, man, it's not results. It's not results.
Professionalism.
Yeah.
Do you think the JFF is run professionally?
We all know it's not run professional. I don't think nothing.
I think that's where the problem lies.
I think there's very few things within this country here, Jamaica, that's run in a professional manner. I can tell you that. Right? There's very few from associations and that's run.
Not even from a sports standpoint.
Generally.
GFF, JDF, UTEC, UWE, Hospital, KPH, Bustamante. I'm just going on factions here where from different.
And based on your experience with these places, you see the level of unprofessionalism and
everywhere.
Yeah, I think so too. And I'm not saying this doesn't happen in different countries, so but to the level of it happened here.
To security, to health,
everything,
sector, to banks. Oh gosh, banks. I mean, you name it.
Yeah.
You name the level of. I'm telling you, these things are necessary to not only run an island or run a country, but to daily life.
Yeah. So
if you're dealing with your health and you go to a doctor, I mean, look on the roads. if you have to deal with a police, a soldier, if you have to deal with, I mean, schooling,
everything need reform. Yeah, man. Everything.
University, all across the board.
It's true. It's true.
It's true. Faction alone.
Not saying we're aiming for perfection, but there's some tolerance. We have a range where we say, you can operate within that range. But here the range is just too wide.
And you learn from your mistakes, because I'm just saying, if you do this and you say, all right, but realize that, say for example, you go up to Bustamante, I'm not saying this happens, and you have, say, people waiting outside in the sun hut. What you do? You build a shade, you cover it up, or you letting people into a room, or you build an area where the waiting you're not out there in the sun or rain or whatever elements. You know, make people comfortable during the wait. So you learn to improve over certain period of time. You make mistakes.
So you said there's no improvement going on.
If you have, say, you missed flights, bookings, all of that, this time around with the JFL. With the, like say for the reggae boys. It should happen with the reggae girls. Or it should happen next year.
Because
why do we keep repeating and making the same mistakes?
Who had on? Was it the Gensec? We had a Gensec on, right? Yeah. And he said he was in he was the person who was doing all of these bookings. Yeah. How can you have one person trying to do hundreds upon hundreds of you shouldn't have a team that's handling that. It must be you must feel,
allocate the money.
But I don't know, but that was my thought process when I heard he made mention of him controlling and doing all of that by himself. And I'm saying that doesn't sound practical. That sounds like it's a recipe for disaster. That you must make mistakes.
So back to Coach Haldrimson.
He's a professional.
He's going in the public now making these statements, saying this, saying that. It doesn't look good.
It don't look good. It don't look good or sound good.
But you have to look at it. Why would he come and say such things?
Maybe him the kind of bitter.
Is there truth to what he's saying?
Probably bitter. Probably bitter. I hear Froggy laughing over there like him.
Is this the right route for him to go about and do it? Because he couldn't do it while he was in the position of being head coach.
And him really in a professional way, him really call him out there, you know. When him say, boy, an professional environment and him really call him out. But as I say, many people were complaining. Leon Bailey was one of them, and he had a couple of other English
players. I'm not saying he should go in the public and wash your dirty linen and say stuff and all of that.
As you said, there's something. Him probably just have to say him upset about something. Obviously, he's upset about.
Who do you say it to?
Yeah.
You want the public to hear because you want things to fix and you feel you were treated.
We just know that he will never be back in Jamaica. We just know that based on those statements. Will never be hired. All right, people, it's time for Froggy. Froggy in 5. I know Froggy have something to say about this.
Happy New Year again, people. I wasn't here last week, but I watched the show last week. Good show, guys, last week. Good New Year show. Wonderful. So you guys are your top picks for the year 2025. So I just run off my little topics before I jump on this Haldrimson story. So for me, Formula One is the first one. I'm looking forward to see Lewis Hamilton driving for Ferrari. So that's the first thing. Football, don't want to touch football yet. Boxing, Tyson Fury and Josh were supposed to go at it. Yeah, but I still...
Over the hill fighters.
Still looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that.
Looking forward to the resurgence of Manchester United. You're always not talking about football. Go ahead.
I'm not talking about football yet. Track and field. Boys and girls champs. That's my track and field.
I think you were talking about World Championship.
No, World Championship.
The indoor season.
I'm going to say this about World Championship. And to be honest, I think I'm going to taper my expectations. I think whatever happened in Paris will spill over into this year again. I don't see where there's no changes. They're still not hearing about the athletes. They don't know what's going on with Shelley. Don't know what's going on with Elaine. Nobody knows what's happening with Sherika. And when is World Champs?
September.
They have 9 months. How much preparation they need for 9 months?
9 months.
Why you don't start it?
I start already.
Oh, when? Where? Who coaching who? Nobody not hearing nothing about them.
So you feel like Shelley not training or keeping fit?
Who's training Shelley?
I'm asking you, feel like she's not training?
She's keeping fit. Who's training her?
Well, probably she's...
The last thing I hear as well,
I'm just saying, maybe she's...
But as I say, when it comes to athletics, it's a tricky thing because it's a momentum. And once it starts to decline, it go and decline for a while before it come back up. And I just don't see where administration going.
Our progress in terms of medals.
We must have for a long time. I was saying that we don't see where the second generation coming up. We normally have a core.
I think good things happening in Tokyo, man. Because it's in Japan. Because it was in Paris, it was that bad. In Japan, things were better.
There's one athlete I'm really looking out for. Akira Nugent. Number one athlete I'm looking out for.
Looking out for about a lot.
No, but Akira Nugent, I'm really looking for her. What she did last year and come up in the season and at the age that she's Nugent for me.
Nugent, of course, definitely. She made her first final. I mean, had a miss up in the farm, but
for football, JPL final, JPL season shaping up to be a very good one. So I'm looking forward to that.
Looking forward for the Reggae Boys and Leon Bailey.
Reggae Boys. That expectation has been tapered a long time ago. Done with that.
You don't think we're qualifying
2030.
You don't think we're qualifying?
We're not going to World Cup.
I'm going to the World Cup, even if Jamaica not going.
I can tell you this. Everybody's like, I heard you guys talk about it last week, say it's the easiest route, and I'm going to agree with Dale.
I didn't say that. Dale said
this is the hardest World Cup for us to make.
I think so.
You know why this is the hardest one? We have not separated ourselves that far from Costa Rica, Honduras, Panama, or even El Salvador.
They're ahead of us. I don't insist
We don't-
separated. They're ahead of us. we separated ourselves
And
from
at them
them.
we are fight for each.
Yeah, it's
We're
going
not
to be
going.
tough.
We're not going.
think we can
and
qualify.
with this coach, he's going to chop and change again. Believe me, he's going to chop and change.
We
So
need to learn, we need to know to start scoring goals.
I don't know. We don't have a
We can't
striker.
have that.
We don't have a number 9.
Can't have that
Every-
attacking prowess.
Every generation of
Mikel Antonio, Demar Gray, Leon Bailey, 3
every
so-called
generation of
EPL ballers.
every generation of reggae boys, we always have a standout number 9, a big man. We know. Yeah, we don't have one this year. Mikel is not that guy.
Or he's injured now, making a career.
Even
Someone
before,
Nicholson-
he was not that guy.
I'm just saying.
We don't have that. With the number
to find
9s,
a way to get balls
we
in
need to
back.
find somebody who can run behind defenders, and these guys don't know how to run behind defenders.
Cephas.
Probably I disagree with
So
this.
Cephas is before try
He's
Cephas
been,
as
he's been
striker.
playing number 9 for his club. So I not taper my expectations with that.
Williams.
Not looking forward to them.
One thing for sure, we're going to watch the matches.
Yeah,
And once it's in the stadium, we're going to matches. And we're wishing the best reggae boys because we want them
I want them
play
to go,
football.
but I just don't see it
It's
that
going
way.
to be tough.
And I'm looking forward to.
I think people say it's easy. I agree with you. It's going to be
it's
tough.
it's one of the
It's
hardest.
going to be. I think it was easy in 98. It's
hard,
not
though.
easy. Yeah, because the level of
It's
football.
not easy because our level is low.
No, I think the other
The other
teams'
teams
levels
are
rise.
other
Okay.
teams playing football.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
playing
well,
football.
You would
You
expect that.
think you can just go play nil all and draw or
And one
speak
love.
out a one love victory like how we used to
The reggae
play
girls-
defensive football?
The reggae girls did it, but
No,
The girls are top in the region.
Wait till the top.
Panama, Costa Rica.
The next
Them
thing,
are run at you.
Well, I told you guys from last year that
but we
I
tell them
don't
the
think we won't
2030
qualify.
last year.
You have to find a way to score goals because this
Well,
nil all thing.
Then it's
not
one
the
love,
cut it.
one love, and
thing,
2-1.
I think that the team have to change up drastically. They have to change
But
up.
we don't have time for
Find
that.
the people. No, I
We
think
don't
you
have time
you
for that.
it, yeah.
Where you going
have
to?
time.
The only time we're gonna
So
have
you
right
say
now
no
is
World
bring.
Cup.
There's no
For
based,
Jamaica.
based on the trend that we're heading in. There's no way we can
Not
qualify.
really.
We say
for
no
it.
World Cup.
Not
Peter,
2030.
World Cup 20. We think Jamaica will qualify 2026.
Doubt it.
Doubt it.
Strongly doubt it.
Oh. I'm the only person seems to be holding on to hope.
And
Yeah, why?
I'm
Why though?
looking forward
All,
to.
as you said,
Yeah.
all factors heading to a non-qualification.
No, it's everything that's not working well. And I'm also looking forward to, hopefully, Lionel Messi in the National Stadium.
Okay.
Inter Miami versus Cavaliers.
Who?
Inter Miami.
Yeah,
But it's just not just
But
Messi
he's a
alone.
CR5.
It's Messi,
he's a
Busquets, Luis Suarez,
Jordi
Come
Alba.
to
Jordi
Jamaica
Alba.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a couple
When
years.
is the date? When is it?
The match don't finalize it. So there's a match that
That's like Michael
Messi has to
Jackson in
play,
National
beat that
Stadium.
team, and
Messi come to Jamaica, stadium sold out like cartel concert. Probably
Freedom
bigger than,
Street.
bigger than Freedom
How many
Street.
times have we seen this story?
even
No, but even for
No,
just,
this one gonna be bigger than Freedom Street.
even the hope or glimmer of him being on the bench, Messi walking out and raising his hand and be
No,
like,
if Messi comes to Jamaica, man.
I'm looking
sold out.
forward to it.
Sold out.
I'll be going. I'll be going.
Now the big topic, Algrim Snow. My God, I don't know where to start.
He always don't know where
I
to
don't
start.
know where to
man.
start with. He's bitter.
As he should be.
He should be,
Yeah.
but there's a reason why, and I'm going to get into that reason why. He said some things in his interview, and the reason why I'm so upset, he was never asked about Jamaica. He was asked about his experience with Ireland so far, and if he would go back and coach Iceland, and what about the culture and whatever. And all of a sudden, this man just jump off, him just decides he's not going to answer that question. And him reach Jamaica and professionalism. I'm like, how you reach?
On him
They
mind.
matter about Ireland, how you
down.
reach Jamaica.
It weighing him down, man. It on him mind.
And some things that he said, I'm like seriously, these are the persons. When him said Jamaica is so unprofessional and the federation is unprofessional, I was like, so you never take the unprofessional money.
Money, don't you getting paid is a job. If you're getting paid, you know we're about
Me- me-
professionalism.
Remember from the
Politicians
no,
cry about
remember,
the
He never know. He never do the research. And
we might never do the research.
He
Remember
never
from
do
the-
a full research,
Alright.
and he never know what he must
You
be
remember
getting
when he
himself
just
into.
came here? Well, the first thing I
But
said.
sometimes things
No
look
man,
good
no,
on the
no,
outside
no.
enough,
You remember
right?
when him just
the
get
project.
unveiled?
It's like you know that girl gonna give you trouble.
You remember-
But you tell yourself, I think
It
I
probably-
can
it
change
probably
this
knew that
girl,
it-
and I like this girl.
You know,
I
Samuel
like this
Peter.
country, Jamaica.
Yeah.
This country, Jamaica,
the
looks
country.
like a project that we can make it to the World Cup. I know there's going to be trouble. I know there's indiscipline.
say-
You know that girl like the streets, but you want to turn into a wife. You try to change that girl and turn into a wife.
Man. Mama finish, man. Me and Peter was the
That girl will
first.
always be for the streets.
Me and Peter was the first person that said Grimmy need to go. From the first time Grimmy get unveiled, and I said it to you guys, when they start complaining about the culture.
From Peter here,
From
Peter's the ice and above, 30,000 people.
from him come here and him say the culture. I have a problem with the culture and the food and yes, he said that.
Let me see something like that, man.
No, he
I
said
have an
something
issue.
about
The
I don't know
food too
about the culture.
spicy,
Yeah.
and the people are too laid back.
Yeah. So that's the truth.
From you have issues with the country that you're about to coach, it don't make sense. Because this is the problem. You have to embrace
Man
the
don't like
culture.
spicy food.
But you have to embrace the culture if you understand
The spicy
what you do.
food?
Yeah.
You have to understand the people.
Say if you
You
eat
can't
spicy
come and
food.
try to change the people. And that's the issue he
Why not
had.
eat the ackee and
He was
sausage?
trying to change the culture of JFF. But you don't get to understand why the culture is like that. When you understand, then you try to change it or you try implement what you are trying to do.
And that's what the
mix
problem is.
Him no want mix, him want to change it
So you
all
should take the
together.
unprofessionalism from the
It's not,
JFF.
it's not taking the unprofessionalism, but there are means of ways of doing things.
Yeah.
You
And he was
know, so,
quite professional in the public.
Not,
He's the
not
first
to
him,
me.
and the first him I knock out
Jeff
against
has,
JFF.
has never said anything bad about him. You know.
What bad they could
And
say
even,
about him.
and even with this now, he was never asked about Jamaica. So why you mention it?
Weighing him down from
You know what a little birdie squeak can tell me?
Yeah, I was waiting on this. Like,
Yeah, I was
obviously
like a birdie a squeak. Where
wa-
these birdies? Where these birdies? Where these birdies
You want
rest?
a little birdie tell me?
Yeah.
You never leave the work.
I'm telling him to leave.
I'm telling him to leave. That's why it burned him so much.
Yeah.
I think there must be, as Kane said, there's something behind that.
must-
Then
Something
fire
happened.
him. Fire him.
Nicely.
Nicely.
Yeah.
I know what you know why? That same issue. That famous tweet.
Spicy food?
No, that famous tweet from Liam Bailey.
Oh, Liam Bailey, sir. Which one?
When the misunderstanding when them get called and them tweet after.
Yeah, I don't remember what that was.
Oh, what? Him allowed Bailey back where?
Yes.
Without,
That was
without
where
the
the
consent, without.
that's where the foolishness
having a
started.
conversation.
And that's when the team started to play badly. Because members of the Jamaica team did not want him back.
Players.
Players.
You know, because he suspended Liam Bailey?
Because of the whole suspension and the things that I'm saying at the interview.
Yeah, that's Leon.
Many players never want him back. A lot of players.
So you say Liam Bailey should have been suspended?
He should have been,
Yeah.
but he should not have come back until him come and apologize
Oh,
to
the
the people.
recall of Liam Bailey.
Recall
So
was
how
the
we to
issue.
recall?
That was
the
one.
issue.
That was one of the big things.
Okay.
So do you think GFF wanted the recall of Liam Bailey, or that
Remember
was
the-
solely done by
That
the
was
coach?
solely done by the coach.
So did you think GFF wanted the apology as well, along with the
Yeah,
players?
yeah.
So is the coach all going to take it upon him head?
For
To
me,
say
him say,
Bailey come back.
"Come on, yeah. You must say, I'll give you a talk to.
Yeah,
But like, you know,
that was in the report. Yeah, it was him.
Him go talk to
He
Bob
never
Lionel.
made mention of JFF or anything.
JFF,
The
no,
coach.
must say he's
It was the
under,
coach.
him under him, JFF say, oh, you're suspended.
But Liam Bailey don't seem like to get along with coach.
They don't get along with nobody.
So
I just say
So why
there's
would
a,
the coach call him
there's
up
a
back
player divide because he wanted his best players. He keeps saying that. He wanted him best players. If you're
and he has
good,
Liam Bailey as
as
the
in
crown
best
prince.
players. Yes.
Crown prince.
And that's where the issue between him and JFF. What's up?
So that's what Lick Birdie squeak and
There's more to it, man, but
I mean, we
it
have 2
wasn't.
minutes.
It wasn't.
Tell us
It
as
never,
much as
it
you
never
can in
leave the
2
work.
minutes.
So to me, that is a sour taste in the mouth, and I'm bitter about it.
Yeah, but
And
guess
that's the
that
reason why
something
he
must be
come
weighing
out
him
and
down.
lash out like that.
Of course, something weighing him down.
So it's like he must say, "Oh, you dare fire me? Me, professional, me and you. When I'm professional, I come fire me."
Yeah, I'm carried Iceland to World
Yeah.
Cup and
One thing I can agree with is the culture. You have to understand the
If I
culture.
understand the culture,
Yeah,
you
if I-
can't just come
understand the
over and
culture and
change
the
it.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to understand that. You must understand. That's the first thing you have
If
to
when you're laid
understand.
back,
Yeah.
we like spicy food.
Yeah,
And
we
you have
like
to work
party.
around that. They can't change the
Like
culture in,
party.
in 1
They
year,
want to change
2
the
years.
culture 2 years.
Fried
His
chicken and
mandate was
curry.
to
Decades and decades to change something. And the change have to come from
The players, I said the
policies.
players them have to eat fried chicken and burger.
Yeah.
And white rice.
He want to change that too.
He want to change it.
Yeah.
Don't
You want to
properly.
change the eating habits.
Eating
as well.
habits, everything for
What
change.
is wrong with that?
You have to understand before you do it. His
Or
mandate
you want
was
to implement change right away.
right away. You want to change everything right away.
You have a point in a
You want to
wrong.
break the wheel right away. Instead of learn how the wheel
You have
operate.
4 years. Take your time. Learn why them do this. And you say, all right, then, yeah, well, if we're not going to do it that way here, try that way then. So we need this work. You can't just...
But
you're right,
have
because the
him
culture is so important.
If you have that dictatorship feel,
but
I don't
just-
think he's a dictator.
No, and I mean,
It doesn't seem like a dictator.
No, no appear.
it
So-
don't appear like it, but he's a dictator
I
not
don't
quiet.
think so. I
No,
think
but
I
what-
think he's more
But to be a
flexible.
coach, still, you know,
Yeah,
you have to be somewhat of a dictator.
yeah, but in what? The same thing reach Eric Ten Hag. ETH, I'm telling you, I'm going to leave Manu, I'm going to let
Man,
him
you are the problem, though, sure. Man, you have no culture again. Man, you have
All right, guys.
away.
Wrap up. We'll come to the end. All right. So we know the NFL is currently on now. Texans and Chargers is currently playing now. A big wild card weekend for the NFL. And as we said, the Australian Open, you know, Djokovic going for the 25th Grand Slam title. Djokovic, as I call him.
Djokovic.
Yeah, will he get this 25?
Big player.
He's traumatized him, man.
Be careful.
I don't understand what I'm trying to
He
say.
said he's traumatized still from the COVID.
But no, come on.
Wait a minute, I build an excuse already?
Interview the man now.
He said he's
Out a headline.
Yeah, if the man must have some kind of feelings and him go through the experience. But anyway,
Whether or not
yeah,
Reported.
he was deported. He was deported.
whether or not him have
choking.
Yeah, 24.
That talking, one thing you say you can make a rocket do the talking for you. You understand?
That's
That
one.
beat that way you make a rocket.
And that one thing with individual sports, you know, you can't hide, you know.
Can't hide. So you have to face the music. So we have to see if,
Yeah.
you know,
But a
what tune Djokovic will be playing come this Australia, no?
From the finals. But once again, I want to thank our listeners from Western Jamaica, Fit FM 96.7, you know. Each and every week they tune in to listen to us here with our round table sports talk. Yeah. Sometimes we go off topic, you know. You know, you mentioned something about culture and I was going to go into something else, but it take 10 minutes.
Yeah. Next week.
Yeah. But thank, and also our viewers and listeners on the Primal 4K app, as usual, on Facebook and YouTube. Yeah, go ahead, Ken.
We have a Primal team as well, as you know. Because, you know, it's a team of us. So, you know, to all the operations out there.
Yeah.
I said,
But add our own little mix to everything. You know, you have the
Of course,
controversy boss and
always come with some road policies.
Yeah.
Road
Yeah.
But yeah, PvP, we see you next week, same time, same place. Have a wonderful weekend and watch some sports. Enjoy it. And see you next week.